Ah, there we are. Hello. It's me again. I went to my psychiatrist yesterday. I wanted to thank him and shake his hand. Unfortunately, he was still wearing a straitjacket. He looked very happy though, I mean, very bright-eyed, dribbling, smiling, He kept banging his head against the wall going, "Oh God, get me out of here. Oh God, get me out of here." I says, "Well, at least you remember at least you remember my name this time." Never mind. Yeah, I had a great idea. Have you ever played Psychiatric? Do you remember Psychiatric in the old days with the racing cars? And you had little matchbox-like size cars. They had a matchbox version, didn't they, of Psychiatric? And you had these two tracks, and the cars used to race each other around the track. I think they should bring Psychiatric back, but instead of just having the cars racing each other around the track, you should have like a multi-track, so that you can overtake each other, and you can steer the car. But you get a little steering wheel, so you drive like that. You get a steering wheel each. You still have the little car. You still have the little car on the Psychiatric track, like a matchbox-sized car, and you steer the car like that, and you accelerator, etc., on the steering wheel, and then you sort of have to overtake. You can overtake each other then sort of like swerve and turn corners and drive around the track like that. That'd be good fun with a steering wheel sort of thing. What I think also would be good would be a bumper for Christmas. Little ideas, Christmas toys. Would be bumper cars, radio-controlled bumper cars. Have you ever been to the fun fair? And you have these bumper cars, don't you? And you drive around bumping into each other. What would be good if you have a little sort of a round circuit like, or maybe even a little racetrack even, and you get bumper cars and radio-controlled bumper cars, and then hold on, my alarm was due down at the North Pole later. What? No, hold on. Oh, for fuck's sake! Can't get out of my pocket. Hold on. Hello? Hello? Oh, sorry. Yeah, so you get radio-controlled bumper cars, like, and you've got to sort of bump into each other and stuff. And what also would be good, like a shooting gallery. I'd like to have a shooting gallery one day, that'd be nice. With, like, laser pistol or something, or splatter pistol. You have splatter guns, like these paintball guns. That'd be a good idea, use paintball guns for that. And how about, have you ever watched a show called Wacky Races? That would make a good Psychiatric set. Yeah, do you remember Wacky Races? You have Penelope Pitstop and Dick Dastardly, the Anthill Mob, and things like that. And you have different cars, and you could race all the different cars and have Wacky Races. That'd be a good one. And here's a simple one. How about clockwork boxes? What you do is you get these clockwork boxes. So when you wind them up, you get the key and you wind them up, and they go boom, 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 boom like that. Clockwork boxes, and you put them into the ring, and you see which one wins the fight, sort of thing. That'd be quite good fun. Quite simple too, as well. Clockwork. I think so. Anyway, about this human sheep. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I used to work in a farm in Australia. You see, I was working in this farm in Australia. And the farmer said, "Right, Bill, it's time for the sheep dipping." I said, "What?" So it's time for the sheep dipping. Anyway, he came up to me half an hour later and he said, "No, you're supposed to dip the sheep into the water, Bill." It's about this human sheep. I was working on a farm in Australia, and the farmer said to me, "It's time for the sheep dipping. Go and do the sheep dipping." So I did, and the farmer came up to me half an hour later and says, "No, Bill, you're supposed to dip the sheep into the water." Never mind. It's World AIDS Day tomorrow, isn't it? It's World AIDS Day tomorrow, 1st of December. Do you remember the AIDS quilt? When was the last time you saw the AIDS quilt? But there's an entire generation who have never even heard of the AIDS quilt, isn't there? I think there should be a museum, massive museum for the AIDS quilt. That's what I'd like to see. I don't know, maybe use the Millennium Dome or something like that. Start building that size or something like that. And you display every panel of the AIDS quilt in this museum kind of thing, an art gallery. It'd be like an art gallery. You display every panel of the AIDS quilt all stitched together, sort of thing, and then you can tell the story of the the survivors could tell the stories of the people who died from AIDS and stuff in the 1980s. That'd be good. An AIDS museum or mausoleum. I think we should have to call it a mausoleum because it's about dead people with AIDS. The AIDS mausoleum or something. That'd be good. There's one great big museum devoted to the AIDS quilt. That'd be good. You tried this one though. You take a negative white blood cell. You take a positive white blood cell. So you look at the elemental structure of a negative white blood cell. You compare it to the elemental structure of a positive white blood cell. You find out the elemental structure of the negative and the elemental structure of the positive. Compare the negative to the positive on an elemental level. You find out what elements are missing from the AIDS quilt, and then you replace the missing elements. That's what, with a carbon pill, whatever element is missing from the positive white blood cell, you replace the missing elements. You see, that's what I do anyway. It'd be a good idea for Christmas, for December. How about a month's free rent, or a month off your mortgage, and a month off your poll tax? Because everyone's got to buy presents at Christmas, don't they? I think you should have every year you should have 1 month without any bills whatsoever. You know what I mean? No telephone bill, no gas, no electricity, no loan bill, no visa bill, no rent or mortgage. Just for Christmas time. That'd be a nice idea, wouldn't it? I mean, you could carry on payment in January. You know what I mean? It'd be nice to have 1 month free of rent, like December, for instance, for Christmas. That's one idea I had. Well. I mean... So this whole world about all this technology of yours, I do like these YouTube videos. They're quite good fun, sort of thing. But they're not really as realistic as VHS, are they? I mean, the pictures quality isn't as good as a VHS, analog television sort of thing. But like, the whole world has just destroyed all the analog VHS video. The analog television. I mean, they've destroyed the VHS video, haven't they? They've computerised the entire world. Now the only time you get to see any decent comedy is on YouTube these days. Emo Phillips is very funny, by the way, and Kenny Everett is hilarious. But quite like Emo Phillips, he's got some good stuff on YouTube, by the way. Anyways, they've just destroyed our entire history, basically. I mean, the fact is, we've only had cameras really had real cameras for 100 years. I mean, what is so advanced about being complicated? Once upon a time, you had a piece of film on the back of a camera, the lens opened, click, picture taken, job done. Now you've got little microchips everywhere, and it's all computerised. Like I say, it's alright for a computer, but I don't want to watch it on the television, I don't like these digital TVs at all. And the thing is, TVs sit in the corner of the room anyway, don't they? You can't exactly put anything behind the TV in the corner if it's in the corner of the room. I mean, you can put a TV on the wall now, I suppose, but I'd rather keep the walls for pictures. I'd rather put pictures on my wall and have a TV in the corner of the room. It's just not very realistic on television these days. Mind you, there's nothing worth watching on television these days anyway, so fuck it. Anyway, I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say. No, that's about it. Oh, by the way, I just found the cure to all your diseases. Die. So I just found a cure for all your diseases. Die.